Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by FanDuel. It's Monday, March 23rd, 2026. I'm Jay Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, as always, Tass Millis.
Podcast listeners, podcast lovers, this is for you.
Next to him, it's my Top Shot hot boy, Trey Kirby.
Ayo.
Ayo. And last but not least, making the magic happen, super producer, JD.
Hello.
There he is. Here we are. Hello to everybody on YouTube. Hit the like button, subscribe. Podcast listeners, 5-star ratings and reviews for your boys. We're going to get into our NBA weekend winners and losers, the best NBA recap podcast on the planet. But got to show you our updated No Dunks March Madness bracket. We're not doing as well as we were when we showed you this on Friday after one day of basketball March Madness. But we have 11 teams correctly through to the Sweet 16. Not bad, not great. You know, we're not at the top of our pool with everybody playing along. We lost one of our Final Four teams, too, in Florida, so that's not good. But anyway, you know, did you watch a lot of NCAA March Madness over the weekend?
Oh, of course. And I find it actually makes it hard to do our job. Switching back and forth from NCAA basketball to NBA basketball because these are different sports that we're watching, and I enjoy both of them. But yeah, we had some madness happening. I'll say our winner pick looks all right. Michigan's looked pretty good in their first couple of games. Some of these draft guys, ups and downs. Keaton Wagler, to me, the best guy that I've seen as like a top 10 pick so far.
Yeah.
He looks good.
I love his name. I love seeing that name. I would be disappointed if St. John's gets all the way to the Final Four because they're that one team I look at every single year and say, oh, yeah, that's the year. And then we didn't pick them.
I know.
And I went through.
We picked them in the first round. You're right. But not the next one.
And I went through the stats because I do not track their teams throughout the year. But I saw that, you know, out of the top 3 seeded teams, the 3 seeds in each bracket, this team had a real shot, a good shot, a 9% shot of any team outside the top 3 seeded teams. And I get excited. I saw St. John's come up on the TV yesterday. So, yeah, that's my favorite Roman Catholic college out there. I back them, but they kind of stand out. But they do run into Duke. So, that's
who are starting to get it going after a little early scare there.
First one.
The craziest highlight that was that Vanderbilt? The deep bomb that went in and somehow went out. That was a fun game.
Yeah.
That thing was so close to going down.
What were the great madness moments we've had? Kentucky versus Santa Clara, right? Where it was like big layup, big three-pointer, bank job to go into overtime. Kentucky wins it in overtime. That was cool. And then yesterday was Iowa knocking off Florida. Corner 3 from Folgemeyer? I don't remember what the dude's name was.
Folgemeyer.
Come on, how am I supposed
rolls
to
off
remember?
the tongue.
Yeah, Folgemeyer. Good to the last drop, they say about that guy.
There's your March Madness update.
There's an update where you got to watch the NBA now for 3 straight days.
That's right. So let's get into NBA weekend winners and losers. Usually more winners than losers, and that's the case here today. Trey, get us started. Your big winner.
Yeah, it could be the Minnesota Timberwolves. They beat the Celtics in Boston for the first time in 21 years. Unbelievable stat. They're talking about it. I liked when who it was Tarico, I guess, was the guy on the broadcast. He said, I wonder what the #1 song of all time was. And Jamal Crawford just offered up, meet me at the trap, it's going down, young jock. I thought that was pretty funny. It wasn't, okay? It was Candy Shop by 50 Cent. Also a great song. But I'm giving it to Bones Hyland. He was getting so much love from Tarico, Reggie, and Jamal. In this one, he was mugging to the camera, doing his little flutter by 3-point celebration. He was taunting Hugo Gonzalez after just drawing a foul on him. Yeah, it's on you, buddy. 23 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for Bones. He tied his season high. He was a plus 26 in 30 minutes, and I thought he really flipped the game for the Timberwolves in the second quarter, and then played pretty well down the stretch as well. No Anthony Edwards for this game. Julius Randle was struggling, but it was basically Bones and Ayo Dosunmu, 17, 8, and 6 for Ayo. I guess they call him Twin Turbo. Those two playing together. They got their hair flapping in the breeze. They both play really fast. They push the tempo, and it definitely helps the Timberwolves get into some good action. So I thought those two were pretty impressive. Timberwolves needed a win. They had a bad loss to the Blazers on Friday, so winning on Sunday helped keep pace in the Western Conference. Houston is currently 4th by percentage points in the West, but they're all tied. Houston, Denver, Minnesota. Minnesota and Houston play on Wednesday. That's a huge game. Bones has been great for the Timberwolves this season. Tim Connolly really trusts this guy. He was part of the reason he was in Denver in the first place. Got lost in the wilderness for a while, but he has been exactly what the Timberwolves have needed. And I saw John Krasinski over at the Athletic mention that in the games Anthony Edwards has missed this season, Bones is putting up 20 points per game. It's nice to just throw a guy in. He's going to shoot the ball. He's going to get his own for the most part, but I was impressed with the way he played yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely locked in this season. Looks like a different player, somebody that we all sort of questioned. Is it going to be him? Is he going to be able to do it? The celebration with the wavies is cool. Naz Reid, I thought, coming back from missing a game, that Portland game was big. He had like 8 straight in the fourth quarter. Had a lefty hook. This guy looking like he plays college basketball and doesn't have, a put it on the floor type of game. But he was big in this one. And these are the games that you can say, whoa, this Timberwolves team, they can do this thing after a while. But we have to question them until it comes to the postseason. But Bones is absolutely locked in. I don't know who he was embracing after the game where he was getting serious. He was just like, you could tell mentally he's in a different place. And that person who was talking to him, he helps him out. He puts him in his place, and he's a new player since that Denver Nuggets run, that's for sure. And as you said, Tim Connolly said, Rob Dillingham, you get out of here. We're trusting Io, we're trusting Bones Hyland.
Io's been awesome. He started in Anthony Edwards' place a couple times here since St. Patrick's Day when Ant left the starting lineup. They're 3-1 after the win on Sunday. He's up to 13.2 points per game. Great shooting splits, 52, 42, 87. He's played a lot, 18 games here now for Minnesota, 12-6 when Io plays. So he's been one of the best additions at the trade deadline. We said that the other day when we were going through a handful of guys like Kobe White and Io, a couple former Chicago Bulls there, and both these guys helping these new teams. But he was awesome. And Bones, man, I love this guy. It's like he's like a character. Like, you know what I mean? Like
His
he plays.
name is straight up Bones.
Exactly. And he plays with a joy. And he's had highs and lows already in a sort of a young NBA career, and he's on a high right now. And holy crap, he was talking a lot of crap yesterday.
He was
in that nationally televised game. He almost wondered, like, was a Celtic guy gonna give him a little shove or tell him to shut up? But he just kept chirping and was feeling it, and he has helped. But Minnesota, man, like a couple other teams, I know one we're going to get to in a second in the Rockets, it's like, you catch them at the right time, you're like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
This is a conference final. They maybe a secret run to the finals. You catch them at the wrong time, you're like, how are they even a playoff team? Both these teams, Jekyll and Hyde. So good win, though. To finally get one in 21 years.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Nora heard the stat when I had it on. She's like, that can't be right.
That can't be true.
Well, they only play there once a season, so there is that part, but I was like,
20 straight losses.
I know.
That's
and I'm like,
losses.
it's like Minnesota's been good for a little bit here.
Yeah.
Boston hasn't been elite for 20 years straight. I'm like, it's strange. It is weird that streak, but it snapped now.
When Bones was told about it, he was like, I was 5 years old then. That was a long time ago, man. That was a long time ago. I thought Tatum kind of had his worst couple games of the weekend too.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. He was 9 of 31. I thought he was better at the end of this game than he was against the Memphis Grizzlies. But anyways, those are going to happen for Tatum and Jaylen Brown too. Poor game for him.
Yeah, they're going to happen.
Wise.
But we're seeing the rockiness of reintegrating Tatum because it was kind of slowdown mode, I thought, for the Celtics in the fourth quarter. Part of that is Timberwolves' good defense, but also part of that is like trying to figure out the your turn, my turn of it all. So you would rather go through these bit of growing pains now than the playoffs, but they're going to have to figure out how to get their flow back for sure.
Yep. All right, who do you have for a winner?
Houston Rockets. For many reasons. They took on the Atlanta Hawks in their 11-game win streak on Friday night. And Reed Sheppard got his first start with one of their starters not being out due to injury this season. And Ime Udoka maybe turning a new page, saying, Reed Sheppard, you're going to start. In this game, he was so good. Early on in this game, he had a bad turnover 4 minutes into it. Onyeka Okongwu on the other side went in for a fast break and looked like he was just going to get an easy dunk. He cocked it back. The big man cocked it back. And Reed Sheppard caught up to him with a great chase down block. And Kevin Durant said afterward, that really got us going. Reed Sheppard is out there to space the floor, but man, the floaters he's taken in this game, it was a blowout. It was more like the Atlanta Hawks just couldn't get it going in this one, but he was a plus 23 in only 25 minutes. 4 threes for Reed Sheppard in this one. So I wanted to see what happened in their next game against the Miami Heat. But that one, a true blowout. Also, Tari Eason, who went to the bench for Reed Sheppard, has to be a winner this weekend because he hadn't hit a three in 7 straight games, 23 consecutive misses. He even had his mom, who is a famous tweeter, go on and hit up Lethal Shooter and said, "Hey, Lethal Shooter, how do you get out of these slumps?" Lethal Shooter responded, "Become addicted to improving yourself. Check mark." And she replied, "Hey, when are you going to be in Houston? I might need a favor, brother." You're not going to need a favor.
That's pretty funny.
Because Tari Eason hit a shot.
Nice.
So all good. And then Saturday versus the Heat, Reed Sheppard again. Put into the starting lineup. And he looked awesome in the first quarter. I mean, he was taking it everywhere. 3 threes, 3 steals, +9 in the first quarter as Houston ended that first quarter run against the Heat with a 21-6 run in that first quarter. The Heat players definitely went at him, checking him defensively. Can you take this? Myron Gardner going at him. Devin Mitchell going at him. But all in all, Reed Sheppard had a really good game in this one, 23 points. The floaters, again, he's super, super confident as he's out there just to provide space. He's the secondary playmaker or the secondary guy to get the ball. And when he gets it, he attacks. And the floaters, again, going down, threes going down. He will be attacked on the other side. So we will see 14 assists, 4 steals, +17 in this game. He started the game. He finished the game, which was a wild ending. It looked like the Rockets had this thing, but the Heat just somehow made up a deficit. Simone Fontecchio hit a 3 right in Reed Sheppard's eye in front of the Rockets bench. You could see Fred VanVleet throws a hand up. "Put your hand up, my man." He didn't get his hand up fast enough. Then Pelly Larson hit a drive, so they're down 1, but Sheppard responded with a floater up 3, and then somehow the Rockets had a 4-point possession, essentially. Bam Adebayo hit a couple free throws, and the Rockets just gave the ball away.
Tari Eason's mom's got to call lethal passer.
Lethal
Brutal
passer.
turnover.
That was so weird.
What are you doing?
They do so many weird things.
Yeah,
This Rockets
they do a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, so this it can't be a sell as a championship contender. I know you're taking them, Skeets, or he was your pick. He was your pick for
It was a bold prediction that the Rockets would go to the finals.
Yes,
that's
yes,
what the
yes.
prediction was.
Yeah,
a while ago.
But with all these weird things, I mean, it's hard to pick them. But anyway, Simone Fontecchio, another layup to give them the lead. But then Amen Thompson had the tip in of Kevin Durant's miss to win this game. And let's get to Kevin Durant, like we all want to talk about. He passed Michael Jordan for 5th on all-time scoring. He said there's 4 more people to pass. There's 4 more to go. Do you guys think that Kevin Durant can lead the NBA in all-time scoring eventually? We're talking 10,000 points.
I do not.
It's
I do
another
not.
10,000 points.
Yes, that's a lot of points.
And he missed, unfortunately, he missed a couple seasons. It's because of injury. Yeah. So it'd be a lot closer. You give him those 2 seasons, let's say fully healthy or close to healthy. But I do not think he'll get there.
Yeah,
but that does not take away anything from passing Michael Jordan, for crying out loud, for points scored in a career. It's unbelievable.
I hear you. It's doubtful.
Yeah,
but I believe him more than Giannis Antetokounmpo saying it earlier this season.
Well, yes.
yeah.
When Giannis said, I could pass him in 5 years. Mathematically, it didn't work.
Yeah.
But for Kevin Durant, it's essentially going to be that. 5 years.
You would have to.
Of 2,000 points per year. The way his body is holding up, it's kind of it's almost believable with this guy, considering how healthy guys are these days into their early 40s, that he wants to play. He's just such a basketball nerd. I mean, he essentially would be going into the LeBron, age phase, like the early 40s.
Well, the one problem is the guy number 1 is still playing.
Still adding points. Adding to the tally.
Not maybe as much as Kevin Durant, but still
that's a part of it.
Fairly equivalent. I mean, yeah,
we can keep the stat right now. Will he pass this LeBron James number? I'll be checking that.
Okay.
The specific number.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, I was going to say, you saw the viral clip, I'm sure, of our guy Lee talking to Kevin Durant. Lee did all the number crunching on a napkin. This was a while ago now. Yeah. The idea of could you do it? And he basically presented the numbers that Durant would have to do, how many he would have to score, how many games he'd have to play in a season. Even KD was like, come on, man. That's a lot. Tough. You're asking a lot for me at this stage of my career. So, it was a pretty funny clip. Lee Ellis talking to Kevin Durant. It's a great duo, man. He seems really thorny with a lot of other people. He loves Lee. So I'll say no, but that's still an amazing accomplishment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the game winner from Amen Thompson was amazing.
Great tip. Great
tip.
Defense, I thought, from Bam. And such a weird bounce on the rebound that it's hard to blame anybody on the Heat for missing a box out because it just bounced so many times. tricks off to the right, and a great follow by Amen Thompson. But you're right about Reed Sheppard. He's got good places to hide. Like, you're naming the guys that are attacking him. I think the Rockets are fine if Myron Gardner and Simone Fontecchio are going out of their way to attack this guy. So if there's a hiding place, Reed's got to be on the court because he's so important to their offense from a pushing the pace standpoint. Like, people talk about styles make fights. Rockets and Heat play way different styles of basketball. The Rockets played the Heat style in this game. They were running up and down the court, and they're only able to do that because Reed Sheppard pushes the pace. He's so good with his hit-ahead passing. He's so good with, like, making the easy play. They get so many more easy shots when Sheppard is on the court just because he swings the ball from side to side. Or if somebody comes and helps, he's able to dish it off to the corner. Also spaces the floor, but the 14 assists I thought was huge. So there will be times in the playoffs when he can't play just because his matchup will be a scorer. That wasn't the case with the Heat. And when that's the case for the Rockets, they got to get him involved as much as possible.
And I believe the Rockets are 10-2 when Reed Sheppard starts. So maybe my Rockets to the finals run has a chance.
It ain't over. It ain't over.
Udoka has figured it out. Reed has to start. Van Vliet's not coming back. Let's go with this guy, and we'll try and hide him defensively because we're a better offensive team. But it's a hell of a stat.
Yeah. And you can see Ime Udoka puts him in for a few minutes, then he subs him out real quick. Like, they've got rotations going, and he takes advantage of those rotations. He can take advantage of the other side. The Heat don't have Norman Powell or Andrew Wiggins in this game to really take advantage of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is early in his starts where, again, he's starting for Tari Eason in this case. Teams in a playoff series will definitely figure out, and we're going at that guy and getting him off the floor because he can't get pushed around.
Yeah,
There's
the
no
Rockets
doubt.
were able to survive with Reed and Aaron Holiday playing like huge crunch time minutes, and they went on a 15-0 run with those guys on the court, and that was basically the game outside of the Amen tip. And KD was awesome, talking about his scoring afterwards, and also just like really bigging up Amen Thompson for that rebound. That was a tough play.
Yep.
Yeah, and cool for Reed to get the assist on the bucket that Kevin Durant passed.
MJ.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I had the assist. I gave it to him when he hit that shot. It's kind of cool.
All right, so we're sticking with the same teams here in the Western Conference, or all lumped up together. You had the Wolves, you had the Rockets. I'll go Denver Nuggets as a winner of the weekend. 2 quality home wins for Denver. Beat the Raptors and the Blazers. Friday night, Jamal Murray scored 31. Jokic had a go-ahead jumper with like 45 seconds to go. Nuggets held on for the 121-115 victory. That was good. Tim Hardaway Jr., awesome off the bench. 23 points, 7 of 10 from deep. This guy is still shooting 40% plus from 3 on very high volume this season. He's starting to finally show up in some 6th man of the year conversations. He's not going to win it, but FanDuel has him on the board, I saw this morning. You can see Tim Hardaway Jr.'s name now in the top 5 or 6. He's plus 2,500 to win 6th man. He's behind Jaime Jaquez Jr., Keldon Johnson, Naz Reid, Reed Sheppard, Ajay Mitchell, then Tim Hardaway Jr. But Tim Hardaway Jr. has hit 5 or more three-pointers off the bench in 11 games this season, which is pretty impressive. And Denver's 8-3 when he does such things. So they had another one of those wins on Friday. Then on Sunday, the Nuggets beat the Blazers. And Jokic, another triple-double, ho-hum, his 35th triple-double of the season. But Peyton Watson was back. This is the big news here. I want to get your opinions on this. He hadn't played since February 4th with the hamstring injury. Scored 14 points in under 20 minutes. One of 7 guys for the Nuggets to score in double figures, so everybody was contributing. But first time Denver had Gordon, Watson, and Jokic in the same game since November 21st. So they're sort of finally healthy here, and they got a win against a Blazers team who had been winning games. So this was a quality win, and they need all these wins to stay in the race with these other teams we're talking about. But what do you think of Peyton Watson's return?
I thought he was super rusty. I think he had 3 air balls in this game, and including his very first shot, which was like a 6-footer that he shot 4 feet.
Yep.
So he was rusty, but I thought it was interesting to see the way Jokic in particular was playing with him. He was basically playing as if he was Jamal Murray in the 2-man game, dribble handoffs, pitching it back and forth, getting Watson attempts to get downhill. He couldn't hit a 3-pointer to save his life from above the break, knocked one down from the corner. That's to be expected if you've missed 6 weeks or however long he's been out. But the fact that they are getting healthy at the right time is huge, and Cam Johnson is starting to feel himself. He had a really good game against the Trailblazers, hit 5 threes on 7 attempts, 19 points. He's got 15 or more in 6 of his last 7 games. feels to me like he's actually finding a bit of a rhythm and understanding where his shots are going to come from and just letting it fly a little bit more, not thinking about it as much.
Yeah, hit his first 4 threes in this one. Yeah, super confident. That was a classic Nuggets game. Like it was 42-40 after the first quarter.
Nobody could miss.
Nobody could miss,
3.
yeah. And they don't play incredible defense until they really, really desperately need to. But having Peyton Watson out there to do that, if need be, to play over Tim Hardaway or whoever. I mean, Tim Hardaway having his best shooting season of his career, high true shooting percentage for him. So yeah, they're clicking. Even Donovan Clingan was splashing threes. He had his first 4 threes. Boop 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 boop. You don't see that very often.
He's shooting it now. Clingan's good.
Good.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a good player.
He is.
So Nuggets, a winner of the weekend, along with the Rockets and the Wolves there. As they're all bunched up.
Quite tight.
You can start figuring out tiebreakers if you want and all that. I mean, the Lakers, a little separation there, but let's do another round of winners. Who you got?
Well, speaking of the Lakers, I got a Laker. It could be LeBron for passing Robert Parrish on the all-time games played list. It could be Luka Doncic, 33, 5, and 8, making a late MVP case. He's at least in the top 3 right now, but I'm giving it to the Nerd Dog. Giving it to the Nerd Dog. I almost put it on the lower third. I thought that was a little ridiculous.
Why?
But
We're the only people that call him
Because nobody
Nerd Dog.
knows him
I
as-
think only we call
We
him
are,
that,
we
but
are.
there's only one guy you would call the Nerd Dog in the entire NBA. And it is Luke Kennard. Hit a game winner against the Magic on Saturday night. And I'm not really sure how the Lakers won this game. They were down 5 with 50 seconds left. Austin Reeves hits the brakes. Tough layup inside, cuts the Orlando lead to 3. Ayton then gets a nice stop defensively on Desmond Bane on the other side of the court. Reeves misses a 3. Ayton grabs an offensive rebound and goes to the line, makes the first one. Okay, he's going to miss the second one on purpose. We've seen this work out for the Lakers quite recently. Austin Reeves, the perfect miss.
Right.
Not so for DeAndre Ayton. Missed it straight down into the ground. Easy rebound for Orlando. So Lakers are down 2 with 4.5 seconds left. Orlando has the ball. They're trying to inbound it on the side. Gets knocked out. And we go Hawkeye mode.
Yeah.
It took them forever looking at this one. Ultimately, they said no conclusive evidence to overturn the call. They called it Lakers ball immediately. It looks like Paolo touches it last, but then maybe it brushes off LeBron's shorts.
Yeah, it sure does.
It definitely looked like it was on his shorts.
Yeah, but do you call it off a guy whose shorts are kind of, they look like they're sort of flaring in the wind, like that? It's just the ball hitting the shorts and not the leg.
Yes.
And so it's hard to overturn.
Part of your body, though.
Exactly. Even the Lakers broadcast was
Yeah.
like shorts is part of the body.
Yeah, those are
Common thing.
Those were fluttering. Although Suggs should have passed it to Paolo Banchero earlier.
Yes.
He had so much time to give it to him,
Yeah.
and then he gave it to him way too late.
Yep.
But I was so happy to see the Hawkeye camera getting some use again. The only other time I remember is LeBron.
I was
right?
gonna say, it's
LeBron
always
and
the
Anthony-
Lakers, man.
Anthony Edwards, exactly. They got all eyes on the Lakers, but Hawkeye said nothing. And then I guess the last 2-minute report actually confirmed the correct call on that one. Hey, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, the last 2-minute report cited 3 incorrect calls,
Yes.
all in favor of the Lakers.
Also true. Yes. Also true.
So a team that's already next to impossible to beat in the clutch will be helped out by the officials, sort of calling things their way. But
yeah, and Hawkeye. How do they not say that was off his shorts? Shorts are
Yeah.
part of the body. Anyways, the Lakers then run a sideline out of bounds play. LeBron is wide open underneath. Gets blocked by Paolo. I guess that one went against the Lakers,
Yes.
right? He could have gone to the free throw line. For that, nonetheless, the Lakers get to run a baseline out of bounds play. A lot of confusion up top. Marcus Smart finds Luke Kennard wide open, and every Laker said we knew it was going in as soon as he shot the ball. JJ's like, I knew it was going in. LeBron's like, I knew as soon as he touched it, it was going in. He
Luke
hadn't even shot
Kennard
it
was
yet.
like, he had enough time to like fix his shooting sleeve
was so
on
open.
his non-shooting arm and then got it. Yeah, because Bane and Paolo both, they left him. Like nobody picked them
LeBron
up.
cut straight to the hoop right in front of Bane's face. I think Bane is probably supposed to switch out to Kennard on that one, but like if LeBron's cutting in front of your face, what are you supposed to do? Paolo was a step behind the play. Good pass by Kennard or by Smart to find Kennard. Swish bomb.
Yeah, don't leave the guy shooting 48% from 3.
Yeah.
Don't leave him. Keep a guy attached to him maybe. But yeah, they celebrated. They were pumped. They were like, how the hell do
they
we
were
win
excited.
this game, man?
Yeah.
And this took forever, the ending of this, with all the reviews.
Yeah, that was a weird 5 seconds there. Fluttering shorts, Hawkeye on the sideline. I thought the Hawkeye just operated in the key, but those Hawks are everywhere, man. And yeah, Paul blocks LeBron and then did not cover the man who should have been covered. Yeah, whether it was him or Bane, he was wide open.
Lakers win, and I believe they're 2.5, I want to say, up on these teams that we just went through that are all chasing them there. So a little separation for the Lakers.
Yeah, 9 straight wins. They got a little separation, and they got the tiebreaker over Houston during this win streak. The other interesting stuff from this was Luka Doncic versus Goga Batadze.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, a lot of trash talk between these two. Hit him with the double tech. Beep! That would have been Luka's 16th tech, but the Lakers went into crisis mode immediately after the game. They're like, no, Goga was saying mean things about Luka's family, which surely happened because Goga admitted to it, but he said Luka said it first, and I was just repeating what he said.
Yeah, right. And so it was in Slovenian, too.
I thought it was in Serbian.
Oh, sorry, Serbian, yes. Okay, yes.
But Goga, guess what? He played in Serbia, so he knows the swear words.
Right. It's a bit of a he said. It's like who crossed the line or who said it first and all this. We're never going to know.
So intriguing. I didn't see that. This is great. Just to hear you guys say that he said. Well, I didn't know.
They both have their
He said
own.
he was going to F my whole family.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they were saying to each other back and forth. And look, Buzelis said the exact same thing about Luka when the Bulls and the Lakers played. Luka started talking trash to me, so then I started talking trash back to him. I don't know. He's trying to egg these people on, but he did get his 16th technical rescinded.
That's right. So he can play tonight in Detroit.
He can play tonight, yeah.
Yeah, our pick'em game.
Okay.
Tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just funny.
They shouldn't
have teed him up at all. They shouldn't have teed up either of the guys. No. They were jawing back and forth, but it wasn't like forehead to forehead or anything yet.
No.
They nipped it in the bud too early. The bud hadn't even started to come up.
Yeah. And in Serbian, but they just say, hey,
yeah, they're like, you didn't understand it.
The officials don't even know what they're saying. This might be the second or third time Luka has had a 16th technical rescinded. This has happened before.
It has.
Where he's hit the mark where he would lose or not be able to play in the next game, but then it's rescinded by the league. And I always wonder with this one in particular, and you're right, I mean, the whole thing was a bit of a joke. Did you really need to give either of them a tech? It's his one game. It's the Lakers' one game in Detroit. I always think this too. A Western Conference team coming to the Eastern Conference. And then he could have missed it. But I wonder, they're like, that sort of sucks. All these people bought these tickets. These are expensive tickets with the Lakers in town. Detroit's a good team. I don't know. Is this one on national television tonight? I'm not sure. I assume it is. So, take it away and let them play. I'm just saying. And I'm not angry with it if that's the case, because it should have never been probably a tech in the first place.
Oh, it's not on national TV.
Wow. Lakers Pistons.
Spurs Heat gets
okay.
Gets the nod over.
Fascinating.
Well, I mean, you got Wemby versus the second highest point total in NBA history. Bam Adebayo, you can't keep that off TV.
Yeah, and no Cade in that game.
No Cade.
Oh, okay. Well, they wouldn't have known that.
They flexed it. They flexed it out.
No, no flex.
All right, the Nard Dog.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because the stream team here, we got Matthew coming in with a super chat, says, what about Andrew Nemhard? Does he get Nard Dog status?
No.
Hard dog. You don't want to say that.
No.
It's one of the few.
Andrew Nemhard.
One of the few players that has ARD
the
in their
alternate
name.
Nard Dog.
Yeah, we for those that have no idea why we call him Nard Dog, obviously Nard is in his name, but I grew up with a guy named Jamie Lingard, and we called him Nard Dog.
That's why.
See, that's more like Andrew Nemhard.
Now that I say it out loud, it really is like Andrew Nemhard. So maybe
who's also Canadian.
Who is Canadian? That was Jamie Lingard.
Yep.
Yeah, I just love Nard Dog for somebody. And I guess Nard Dog then became, now this is high school. I mean, I'm old. But then Nard Dog became the nickname for one of the guys on the U.S. office. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay.
Andy Bernard.
And
he's got a Luke Kennard vibe to him.
Oh, 100%. 100%. All right, Lakers, Nard, they get a winner of the weekend. Who do you have?
I've got Ace Bailey of the Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz fans are enjoying this tanking, man, because Ace Bailey is balling out, looking good. They lose to the Philadelphia 76ers this weekend, but that's all right. He is a guy who is absolutely loved by fans and his teammates because he's out there splashing threes. He hits those above the break threes and not just a corner three guy. He's a no dip three guy as well, splashing them out there. Also, his teammates love him so much they pull out the celebration for him, even when that shot is in the air. They've got a double three on their forehead celebration. It's simple. It's just three fingers out, but that's what they do for for him. He looks great. 5 blocks in this game, which was the most important part for me. Playing great defense, playing one-on-one D, great timing, and the fantastic one where he did a snatch block. That was so great, and he was able to go fast break on the other end and throw down an alley-oop on the same play. I thought he was going to pull a Gerald Green and windmill that alley-oop. It didn't happen. He just got up so high. It reminded me of Gerald Green, how high he got up. But 5 blocks for this guy, tied for most by a rookie this season. That's a lot of blocks for him. Mm-hmm. He had a reverse dunk in this game. Again, I think this is great for everybody. Fans, teammates, front office even. Just keep losing. We'll get fined once. But I think everything is working out for Ace Bailey. He looks great.
He does. He's having a good
I was
March.
anti-Ace to start the season just because I hadn't seen it. I got to see it. I don't watch college basketball. And they slow played it a little bit. Bring him off the bench a little bit. But now he's playing a ton and he's starting. And he looks good.
He's getting reps here in Mickey Mouse March, no doubt. But he's averaging nearly 20 points per game in March here, which is like we're nearing the end of March. 4 boards, a couple assists, and great shooting percentages, 40% from 3. Getting to the line a little bit. So high usage percentage, obviously, because they're like, go nuts. He looks good, though. I'm with you. I mean, it's got to at least be promising for the future here for the Jazz. I mean, this was a very bad team last year, and they fell to 5th, right, in the draft lottery. But get him. So maybe it works out in their favor. He looks good. That guy's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. Like, he's 6'9", but he looks way bigger to me.
And if he's shooting those above the break threes, you can see it. An offense with Jaren Jackson Jr. making it happen in the paint, or Larry Markkinen with those C cuts off the baseline, cutting into the paint, or Keontae George making plays and throwing it up to Ace Bailey to splash those threes. He doesn't have to be taking up space down low or in the corner. He looks awesome.
A few more winners. Let's give a winner of the weekend to the Pistons because they became the first team in the Eastern Conference to clinch a playoff spot. They beat the Warriors over the weekend to do so. This is a remarkable, rapid 2-year turnaround for this Detroit team. 2 seasons ago, the Pistons were 14-68. Mm-hmm. They had lost 28 straight games. They fired Monty Williams, who didn't want to be there in the first place, brought in Bickerstaff, and last year they won 44 games, which was a 30-win improvement, put up a fight in the first round, and now this year they're even better. And like I said, clinched a playoff spot. That's pretty damn impressive in a 2-year span to go from the worst to the best in your conference. So kudos to them. Any thoughts there on the Pistons? I mean, not, I'm sure from the game itself, but their season here.
No, I thought it was pretty funny that the headline for Pistons versus Warriors was like Pistons clinch playoff bid in game lacking star power.
Damn.
Diss.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. But hey, to win without Cade, I think is good.
Yeah.
And like you said, they clinched and completely flipped their team in 2 years.
Yeah.
And Draymond Green 0 points in his return to his hometown-ish. Yeah.
Didn't see that. How about a winner of the weekend to Hawks small forward Caleb Houstan because he got his first NBA dunk. That's right. This guy's 6'8".
Yeah, he's
a big guy. I know he's a shooter. I get it, but he was the tallest qualifying player. Qualifying having played over 500 minutes, let's say, in an NBA career. So a little bit of minutes out there. Who was currently in the NBA who had never dunked in a game. He led that list. Okay. That was a fun list going around last year. I remember Owen Phillips of F5 had that list because it said no dunks on it, and everybody was tagging us. I'm pretty sure that Nets power forward Jalen Wilson is the new clubhouse leader for guys to have played a bunch of minutes and be the tallest without dunking in an NBA career. He's played over 3,000 minutes across 3 seasons in Brooklyn. 0 dunks. Guy's 6'6". He's a power forward. You know, not as tall as Caleb Houstan, but still. Though dunk data only goes back to 96, 97 season. And our all-time leader, according again to the F5, Steve Novak.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's
tallest player.
who I would have guessed.
6'10".
Yeah.
No recorded dunks in an NBA game. He played over 5,000 minutes, Steve Novak. So good on Caleb Houstan. It was game over situation. Although somebody tried to block him right at the end, but he quick dunked it. 2-hand. Wasn't special, but proved that he can dunk. Which he had dunked. He had dunked in a G League game, and he had dunked in college. Like the guy can dunk.
He can dunk.
So,
but he's a 3-point shooter, so it sort of makes sense.
Yeah,
Novak, it makes sense. Jalen Wilson, little less sense. He
I
shoots the
know.
three, but not
Yeah.
like those
A
guys.
little surprising.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that he still doesn't have a dunk to his name. But
Yeah.
anyway, Caleb Houstan, you're off that list. The
Congratulations to
infamous
him.
no dunks list.
Yep.
And finally, winner of the weekend to Spurs fans. And here's why. Last week, a woman went viral for having a readable text message showing her typing in the largest font you've ever seen because she was an old woman. A lot of crazy Hispanic fans, how can they afford it? And she was texting this to somebody while she's at the Spurs home game. Spurs put out a statement, obviously like, this is brutal. De'Aaron Fox, he spoke on the incident, I thought pretty eloquently. But the best response came directly from Spurs fans who showed up to the next game Saturday, custom-made T-shirts that said "Crazy Hispanic Fans." So many of them, so many Mexican and Puerto Rican flags, and like quite an atmosphere. Like just a hilarious way to approach this, and it was. They obviously got the victory, and they're some of the best. They're one of the best fan bases out there, and probably have been for a very long time. Obviously, had a lull there where they were not a winning franchise after all the championships, but they're back and they're gonna try and make a run now with Wemby. But man, pretty funny. The crazy Hispanic shirts everywhere.
Very funny.
Yeah.
I thought Wemby may get a winner having his first tech of the season. Just because he pushed, who did he push? Either way, he shows he doesn't need to just cry. He can also show his force on the floor. But cool moment for all the Hispanic fans in San Antonio who are always just great fans.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Period.
The Jackals, who we saw up close and personal. They
Spurs
had a couple
Nacho.
of them. The Spurs Nacho, our guy. Yes.
Guy with a dog head. We saw some characters.
We sure did. All right, so those are our winners of the NBA weekend.
Karl
tell us who we missed.
Makovich, that 360 alley-oop.
That was nice.
Karl Makovich.
He can jump.
Yeah.
Like, he's got some dunks in his career, actually. I don't
Sneaky
know why.
hops on
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Like to see that. And Garland dropping.
Matkovich.
Yeah, Karl Matkovich. I don't know what to call him.
Carl.
Karl.
Big Carl.
I'm not a Matkovich guy. I don't know. It doesn't roll off my tongue. But anyway, Darius Garland also had 41 for the Clippers.
He did. I had
So
him
that
in
was
running
good.
here, too.
That was good for them.
Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, NBA weekend losers.
Look, we got to tell you all the deals. Right now, new FanDuel customers can get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days if your bet loses. Here's how it works. Place a tournament bet using the token. I brought a token, actually.
I was wondering what you're going in your pocket for
Yeah,
here.
why is it so deep in my pocket? I'm like,
Holy man, holy.
where are you? Do I have holes in my pocket? There it is. So I'm going to try and flip a token. As I read this, let's see how it works. I knew it wasn't going to work. Yeah. Place a tournament bet using the token, and if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single
It's not
day.
Flipping. There we go.
It's flipping every single time.
No, it wasn't. The last two didn't.
No, come on.
The last two
We
didn't.
gotta check we gotta
Check
get the
the chip.
Hawkeye cameras.
No way. This flips every time. Either way,
You're in a rhythm now.
yeah, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. That's 10 chances to play all tourney long, from game props and money lines to spreads, totals, futures, and more. You can even mix things up with same-game parlays for a shot
nice
at a
catch.
bigger payout. I couldn't believe I caught
Yeah,
that
'cause
with
you
my
did that
left
blind.
hand.
No, look, that was a
Yeah,
nice one.
I'm still trying to read. However you want to fill your bracket. This is a real token, Skeets. I know you're getting a close
Yeah, I was
look.
curious what it
Yeah,
was. It
it's
looks
a
like a
real
toonie,
token.
but I knew it wasn't because I didn't see the gold.
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
for a little kid's playground.
Eh.
If you want to ride on the Euro Games mini cars, you get to throw this in there. But now they're useless because they're done. The Euro Games mini cars, they're done. They just closed shop. Anyways, however you want to fill your bracket, FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the action day after day. So visit the FanDuel Sportsbook app today. FanDuel, it's time to dance.
There it is. And came up Euro car. Or whatever you said. What was it called?
Yeah, Euro cars. So,
What
yeah,
is it?
so
Yeah,
the-
that one came up 29R24.
it was a mini playground, but they had these Euro mini cars as part of it. Like the whole playground was
That's a nice token.
had nothing to do with Euro games itself.
Okay.
If that really interests
games.
anybody, no. But anyways, I was just I just like
That's
having
nice.
Does it have weight to it? It looks like it does.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you
Can
can have
I
it.
feel it? Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
have
it's
it.
got weight. It's got
It
weight.
gets
You
me
did that for a
nothing these
ride.
days.
That
So
is
have it.
legit a nice token. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice.
totally.
Very
So
nice.
you
So
can,
they bankrupted themselves by making these
Yeah.
beautiful tokens.
yeah, they're wasting money on this. Anyways, if you want to use this for FanDuel, you can't.
Before we get to weekend losers,
You straight up cannot.
I got to read you something that I just saw from the Bounce.
Please.
Zach Harper. This is just fun. I'm just going to share a fact with you
I love
guys.
factoids.
The last time we had an NBA game with a team not making a single three-pointer was February 5th, 2016. The Heat went 0 for 9 against the Hornets. Gerald Green was 0 for 4 from deep off the bench. But the Heat won, 98-95. Just to add more weirdness to the game, Hassan Whiteside had a 10-point, 10-rebound, 10-block triple-double off the bench. Why is that relevant? It's not, but I looked it up, so there you go.
Okay.
I'm glad you did, Zach. I love crap like that.
I do remember Whiteside. Did he only have one triple-double? I don't know, but I
don't
remember
know.
him having a triple-double.
So do
right.
I. I think we probably
Coulda
put him on
had
a
it done it
thumbnail
again.
at one point. But anyway, you got to go back to 2016. for
4 triple-doubles in his career.
Oh, wow.
Maybe the only
I
one.
could put up
Was that
some
the only
numbers.
one with blocks, though?
No, they were all with blocks.
Jesus. Hassan Whiteside, he got paid.
Yes, you did.
He did indeed.
I had this random stat involving 3-point makes this weekend as well, so I got to say it now
Yeah,
that you
go
said
ahead.
that one. The Orlando Magic have 4 games they've made 5 or fewer threes this season. Just 4 games, and they've won them all.
Oh,
You don't see that very often. 5 of 26 game against the Hawks, a 5 of 25 game against the Hornets, a 4 of 30 game, and then a 5 of 21 game this weekend against the Warriors,
weird.
and they won all 4. Just couldn't believe it.
We're just sharing facts right now.
I
You
got
got a
none.
3-point
I got no
fact?
cool
Damn.
3-point facts.
Damn.
I didn't say the third team they played because I wrote down Orlando, but I don't think they played themselves.
Probably
On
not.
March 1st, that was the Pistons. That was the Pistons win.
Okay.
Cool stat, bro.
All right, NBA weekend losers. Trey, get us started.
I got losers. Not one, but 2 teams are currently on 16-game losing streaks. You can't believe it until you look at the standings and you see L16 down at the bottom. The Pacers lost to the Spurs on Saturday, extended their franchise worst streak to 16. The Wizards, they doubled up. They got smoked by the Thunder on Saturday. Knicks on Sunday extended their streak to 16 straight games. That tied their franchise worst, which they've now done 5 times. They've lost 16 exactly 5 times, including twice last year. They also have a 14-game losing streak this season. These 2 teams have a combined 31 wins and are on a combined 32-game losing streak right now.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's bad.
They don't play each other, though, do they?
They,
Like, from here on out.
I don't think they play each other
No.
from here on out, but they both have tied the Kings for the longest losing streak this season at 16. I think the Pacers is more likely to extend. They've got the Magic next, followed by the Lakers, Clippers, Heat, and then the Bulls as their next winnable game. So I think 20 is pretty realistic
Oh, God, yeah.
for the Pacers. The Wizards have the Jazz on Wednesday. That's a big game. Big game. Because after that, it's Warriors, Blazers, Lakers, Sixers, Heat, and then the Nets. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Pacers get to 20. I don't have much to say about them. They just shut down Zubats for the season. Operation Keep the Pick, I believe, is the surgery he's having. The Wizards, though, did have an eventful weekend. They had their 2 losses and then got in a straight-up Donnybrook versus the Thunder. Justin Champagnie got mixed up. We'll talk about Ajay Mitchell in a second here. I think it's mostly Champagnie's fault, but Champagnie got tossed and was out of the game for Sunday against the Knicks. Trae Young probably done for the season. He's got a bruised leg, and they're like, by the way, his back still hurts. Don't worry about that. It's he's got a lot of problems here, but he came back, played a little bit. You at least got to see Trae Young in a Wizards jersey. Not the same, though, for Anthony Davis. The report over the weekend is that he's going to be out through at least the end of March, and then we will reevaluate, see if he wants to play like 3 games for the Wizards. Will this guy wear a Wizards jersey this season? Just give us a little Anthony Davis taste?
No.
Yeah, the whole point would be if you want to deal him, I guess. Opposing teams just see like, oh yeah, that guy plays basketball.
remember him.
We can trade for him, but it's unlikely that they do anyway. They're going to keep him around, I imagine, for next year.
Right.
But yeah, it's odd to think he's on the Washington Wizards. That's simple as that.
Yes. Yeah.
Remember when we were debating how many games Trae Young was going to play for the Washington Wizards, too?
Yeah.
I hope you took the under on that one. He didn't get up to too many.
Yeah.
Played a
5.
handful. Yeah, we were like, I think the line was at 20 or something. I remember us talking about it.
5 games. That's not very many. He's played 15 games this season.
Wow.
I had blind faith and said,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah, you
yeah,
took
they're
the
going to
over.
do it. Yeah, like
That
a
bruised
dummy
leg,
had.
though, man.
He's got a contusion on his leg.
Ouchie, a Charlie horse.
Yeah.
I got a Charlie horse. He's out for the season. Wow.
So,
These teams are tanking hard.
yeah, I'm just
I'm
thinking.
surprised Pascal Siakam's still playing.
I can't believe it.
I know. and they're that bad.
Questionable tonight.
And he's
He
playing
is
all the
questionable
time.
tonight. Yeah.
So they don't play each other. Facts, Wizards, Pacers, and I guess they can't because of there's just not enough games left in the regular season. Eclipse the Pistons streak, which we brought up when we were talking about how great they are now, of 28 game losing streak.
Right.
A couple years ago when they were very, very bad, but they can't get there. Not this season. They can't get there.
Ooh, they could only get to
They'll be short.
27, huh,
Yeah.
for the Pacers.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Which, I mean, it's possible they could lose every single game,
Oh, yeah.
but obviously can't get to 28. Sucks.
Sad.
Yeah, so I know. You will not have that record.
It'd be 27 for each of them.
Wow.
That would be it. That'd actually be an awesome, last Sunday. If they both go into the season finale with 26-game losing streaks, can they pull it off? Or do they get one win? Go into the summer as winners.
Right.
Which
And
would you rather it be? I mean, you would rather win.
You'd rather win because it
Yes.
doesn't hurt your obviously your lottery
Yes.
odds. I mean, you're going to have the same percentage to win the number one pick there.
Okay,
40%.
but this is me being dumb about the draft. If you're technically second worst, like even if they have the same odds at winning the number one, right?
Okay.
One is rated 1 and one is rated 2. That's how it works.
Yeah, but they both have the same top 4 and number 1 overall odds.
Yeah.
Top 3 do.
Yeah, but one can't be more likely to drop to 6 because you can drop 4 spots. But you can only drop 4 spots
Right.
from
That's
where
true.
you are. So if you're second, because they
good
do
point.
whatever
Yeah.
tiebreakers they
What
have.
is the tiebreaker? I guess head to head.
Well, it's head to head, but it could be one. They could be 1-1, and then it could be
Then-
conference record, divisional record. Somebody has to be 2. So one
I
team
see
could
what you're
drop to
saying.
6
I see what you're
versus
saying.
one could drop to 5 in a worst case scenario. You got to get technical, man.
The Wizards beat the Pacers 3 times this season.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
good. And the Wizards are going to get a win here at the end of the season eventually. They played the Jazz, Nets, and Bulls. They played the Bulls twice. So they got 4 chances at wins, at least.
Okay.
I think they'll get one.
There'll be some more wins
Yeah.
here for these teams, but 16 game losing streaks, definitely losers of the weekend. Who do you have?
I have the Thunder's AJ Mitchell as a loser. Trey mentioned there was a bit of a Donnybrook, a bit of a brouhaha between the Wizards and the Thunder. Now, what really happened was Jalen Williams of the Thunder just wanted to take the ball out of bounds after the Wizards scored, and he ran in to Justin Champagnie, and Justin Champagnie got in his face a little bit. But that's when AJ Mitchell came over, and Justin Champagnie mushed AJ Mitchell's face. He gave him a mush, and as AJ Mitchell was, understandably getting into his face, everybody sort of rode on AJ Mitchell's back. Everything went into the front few rows, and AJ Mitchell literally just crushed in terms of just having all the weight on him. You saw a fan in the front row filming everything, but that fan was also getting crushed, and I guess. That is why AJ Mitchell got the 1-game suspension, because he just can't go into the crowd. And it wasn't like he took them into the crowd. It was like everybody else took them into the crowd. But because he did that, you get a game. So did Justin Champagnie. They each got a game. But I call him a loser because Justin Champagnie gets away with a face mush and gets the same suspension as AJ Mitchell. So maybe Justin Champagnie's a winner. I don't know, because he only got 1 game. But they each just got 1 game. And Jalen Williams, I thought was great. He could be a winner too, because he didn't get a suspension, but he was defending his guy AJ Mitchell by shoving Anthony Gill of the Wizards 1,000 times. It looked like just 1,000 pushes. But again, a face mush, just an open-handed, almost looked like a heel hit. It wasn't a slap. It was just like a push.
One of the most disrespectful things you can do
exactly
in sports, especially in the NBA, the mush.
Yeah,
The mush triggers people.
it does.
I never use the word mush in any other format except for specifically a basketball players pushing each other specifically in the face. If it's below the neck, it's a push.
Yes,
right.
Totally.
To the face, it's a mush.
Same.
Yep. And if it's a football player hitting a guy in the helmet, it's a punch.
Yeah.
But if it's basketball guys, it's a mush. The only other time is in the Iditarod, of
Yeah,
course.
that's right. Which Matt Austin won 4 times, I believe.
Yes, he was very good.
Doesn't Wikipedia say that?
Yeah, he's nice. He's nice with the sticks, whatever they use to mush those guys. But yeah, AJ Mitchell, he's got to get a loser because the Thunder were actually going to be fully healthy and have their whole team tonight, Monday, because Jalen Williams, J-Dub coming back, and now no.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, great news for Thunder to get Jalen Williams back. Hopefully the hammy's all right and he's ready to go.
Sorry, I'm seeing if Matt Austin's Wikipedia page still has that weird fact.
That was on the
somebody
starters
made up.
page.
Yeah, I'm looking. I think it got taken out. Somebody edited it.
Oh man, they checked
Just
the results.
Disappointing. I always liked that was there. Yeah.
So they mush their dogs.
They mush their dogs.
Yeah.
With sticks.
Like people are mentioning, you can mush up some vegetables, peas.
Oh, if you have a baby, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like as a verb,
They
mush.
mushed them.
mushed them.
But yeah, you're right. Just to go through that, Ajay Mitchell, Justin Champagnie, 1 game suspension. Then Jalen Williams fined $50,000. Cason Wallace and Anthony Gill fined $35,000 for their role in the altercation. There was a bunch of ejections in the actual game, but I'm with you. I think a big part of it was it went into the seating area.
Yes.
Boys, do not do that. You're going to mush at center court. Don't mush baseline because then we're spilling into these seats. I mean, they're on top of people.
Definitely.
Things can happen.
Yeah, the referee who broke it up and got into Champagnie's face, Nate Green, did a great job.
Big boy,
He
Nate
broke
Green.
it up. He's wide.
He's a big guy. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to read his profile? I don't.
Well, before you got in here, I was like,
That's what we often do when we start saying referees' names.
well,
Go ahead.
it's so funny. Before you got into the Classic Factory, I brought it up. I was rewatching it, and I'm like, yeah, that's a big ref. Who is that? I'm like, I think it's Nate Green, but then the number 41 was tricking me because I think on his official biography page, he's another number. Ken Maurer used to be 41. I thought they retired that number. I thought that was hanging in the rafters somewhere. But now Nate has it.
Yeah.
So I was very confused with that, but it's him.
Wikipedia did well there. They've got the correct number in 41 for Nate
good.
Green.
Okay.
They don't have the Iditarod stats for Matthew Austin, but they've got it right. So
Well, let's get the trivia now for
Okay,
Nate Green.
what's his favorite meal?
mush peas.
Yeah.
Fair meal steak.
Gerbers.
He loves steak. He's a big guy.
Yeah,
Pasta we often get.
yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it. Tagliatelle bolognese.
Oh, bolognese.
A meaty pasta.
Tagliatelle. Wow.
Okay.
Favorite movie? 80s comedy.
80s comedy.
80s
Caddyshack.
No, not bad, but not that.
Wayne's World. That's 90s.
Yeah, a little earlier, but it does star a Saturday Night Live legend.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
I'm in
Chevy Chase.
National
No,
Lamp. Okay. No.
Caddyshack.
Ghostbusters.
No, nice.
Stripes.
Nice.
No.
No,
That's 80s. I
80s.
think.
Okay.
Early 80s.
This is a movie about somebody coming to America.
Oh, coming to America.
That's
America.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's okay. And last one, favorite app. And it's not bread dipped in olive oil. If you're thinking that's what he's eating with his tagliatelle bolognese.
Well, does he likes movies? Netflix.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah. Nick Green loves
Netflix
Netflix.
Nate. He gives that one 2 thumbs up because he loves it.
All right. There's some Nate Green
Nate
facts.
Green. He's
for
number
you.
41 now. Okay.
Yeah. Why? Why do they have numbers?
Why? So we can look him up like
I
this.
guess I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe is it just for the broadcast?
Probably.
Maybe a part of it, and then maybe like I don't know. There's some other official that is like they do officiate the officials, right? Like they watch the game tape. Just easier to keep track of them. Maybe like
It's probably all
positioning.
those things.
All
Yeah.
that, I don't know. Otherwise, why
41
do they
out of
have
position.
it? Why do they need numbers? He should have like a Netflix app on his back and
Like a QR code.
yeah.
If you scan the back of his code, it goes straight to his like most recent watches, his favorites.
That'd be we could use that for heckling purposes. That'd be really good.
Yeah, they're calling him Nateflix in this stream team.
Nice. Really well done.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Get your head out of the apps, Nate. Call a game.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah. I didn't know who Nate Green was.
No,
You
nor did I.
I thought you said you knew his name.
No, I mean,
Oh.
no. I was like, that's a big guy. Who is that?
yeah.
Then I went down the rabbit hole.
I guess it's transparency too, right? Like the whole we know who's making these calls.
That's what.
as
Yeah,
far
that's
as
what
the
I mean.
number
That's what I was
goes.
saying.
Yeah,
Keeps
yeah.
track of them.
Get to know Nate.
Yeah.
All right. I got one more loser of the weekend. I'll be honest here. I had this before going into last night's game where they got a win. This is the Phoenix Suns. They beat the Raptors. Raptors could be a loser of the weekend. Lost a couple. Played brutal against Phoenix. Phoenix got a much needed win. Suns are desperately still missing Dylan Brooks, Mark Williams, a couple of veteran wings. So they're shorthanded. But they lost to the Bucks. They put up a fight, but they lost to the Bucks earlier in the weekend. Did themselves no favor at the free throw line. They were garbage at the free throw line, missed 8 free throws in a close game, just over 50%. But I want to talk about Booker, who I thought looked out of it for the entirety of that game, looked better against the Raptors, but he played really bad down the stretch against Milwaukee. He had one play where he hit a 4-point play, hit a 3, got fouled. Besides that, he couldn't buy a bucket. Everything he shot was long. Everything was hitting back rim. He had a really bad turnover late. He chucked the ball out of bounds trying to find Gillespie in the corner. It was sloppy. It was gross. And heading into last night's game versus the Raptors, Booker's last 5 fourth quarters had been god-awful. He was shooting 30% from the field in the final frame. He had only hit that 1 3-pointer, which was that 4-point play. He had more turnovers than assists. I mean, I think a part of it, I know he's had injury concerns this year. He's missing guys, but, this guy's paid the big bucks and wasn't really coming through. And when I say he's paid the big bucks, holy crap, man. I had to remind myself. He turns 30 years old at the start of next season. He's making $57 million next year, $61 million after that, $64 million after that. And then a player option, which I think he's going to pick up, $69 million. Very nice in 29-30. Extremely talented player. I love Devin Booker. I don't know where you have him in the league. Top 20, probably around there. Some as high as 15, probably low as 25 or 30. But I'm just a little concerned if his athleticism is waning here a little bit as he gets up there in age. Some concern. But they got to win against the Raps, so it sort of diminished this whole point. As a loser of the weekend, they needed it. They really needed it. And they got took care of business.
Yeah, they need it. They don't need it at the same time. They're
stuck.
They are stuck in 7th place. I think Fred Katz had a stat that they've been in specifically 7th place since November 29th or something like that.
Really?
Wild, yeah.
They can't catch the teams ahead of them, and the teams behind them can't catch them. They're like whatever the 4th place team in Formula One is. We're not as fast as those guys, but we're faster than all those losers back there.
That's true.
And that's what the Suns and Booker are right now. Booker needs a second guy. His 3-point percentage has been down this season, down last season. He takes a lot of really tough threes, and I think that's why his percentage is so bad. But he needs somebody to help him shoulder the load in Phoenix because he's putting up some big scoring numbers in general during this last third of the season, but it's taking him a ton of shots to get there because he has so much responsibility on the offensive end. And yeah, you're right. I mean, he's getting up there in age. He'll be 30 quite soon. And yeah, he probably will be picking up that player option because he says he wants to be a one-team guy. Everybody says that. He's a Kobe acolyte, so I can understand why he would want to be, but also an extension at age 34 is something scary to think about. That's a long way down the line.
Yeah.
But yeah, Suns are weird. At least they got to win. They needed one for sure. And they'd hit quite a tough patch with no Mark out there.
Yeah, and that was a dominant victory over the Raps. I mean, they led from start to finish. That was an ass kicking. So that was good. That was really good. But this is a team that sort of overachieved relative to preseason expectations, and a big part because of these injuries to main guys, Dillon Brooks is important, have drifted back toward a team that maybe a lot of people thought they'd be more like heading into the season. But they're in the 7th seed, you're right. This is good. This is a good year, and they'll get a couple cracks at least trying to make the postseason where, they're going to be outclassed, I think, by the Thunder or the Spurs, no matter who they play.
Yeah, and as you guys said, Mark Williams will be coming back. Important to have their best big. Dillon Brooks will be coming back. Yeah. Just a little fracture in his hand, so I imagine he will be back soonish, the next couple of weeks. So those are 2 important players on this team. That helped Devin. Sometimes you see Dillon and Devin. You can get them swapped. But Dillon, Devin, Colin, and Mark are pretty important guys. I mean, it kind of sucks for them. You mentioned all the money. They're also paying Bradley Beal forever. So they don't really have a way, along with Jalen Green, who's playing fine. They're all kind of tied up with their money going forward for next season.
All right, those are our losers of the weekend. Tell us who we missed. Let us know there in the stream team as you are. And leave them in the comments too. Woobite of the night, sponsored by no one. Pure, clean Woboy here today. Unsullied by sponsorship. I could have gone Jokic, who had a triple-double. It's I don't know, how many is this guy at? He's nearing 200 career triple-doubles. I won't go him, though. I'm going to go Karl Anthony Towns, who did a lot in limited minutes. He had 26 points, 16 boards as the Knicks destroyed the Wizards. Very efficient, 9 of 13 from the field, 7 of 7 at the line, 3 assists, 1 steal. He only played like 25, 26 minutes. So he put up these numbers. If you're a big man, you are eaten versus the Wizards right now.
Yep.
Good job, Karl. Anthony. Tass is the only guy that calls him Karl.
Yeah. It's funny. I call him Karl, but I don't call Carlo Matkovich Carlo.
It's very weird.
Yeah, it's so strange with me. So I'm just going to. Carlo.
Do you think Karl Anthony Towns feels disrespected when you call him Karl? Or do you think he cares at all?
As far as what I call him, or
Yeah,
just people?
like when he's
he
called
obviously
Karl.
doesn't care what I call him.
Well, you never know.
I think he's cool with people calling him Karl.
You'll get a Karl Towns every now and then when people talk about him, for sure.
Just drop the Anthony. Yeah.
Okay. Just curious. I don't know. I mean,
I hope he
an
listens.
interesting name,
I
Karl
hope he
Anthony.
listens.
Yeah.
Pick 'em tonight, Tass. You already said it. We are looking at Lakers Pistons. What's the line?
The line. It's kind of puzzling. The Lakers are favored just by 2.5 in Detroit. I think maybe it would be a little bit more without Cade Cunningham, but that's it. The Pistons can lose by 2 or fewer. While the Lakers got to win by 3 or more. Trey is riding the Lakers. Skeets and I are taking the Pistons.
I originally had the Lakers, and then I saw Trey had the Lakers. I was like, well, I better switch this one up. I got to try and get back into this.
Oh, you want to get to Trey?
Yeah, I mean,
3 back of him.
Yeah.
With, what is it?
there's not a ton, man.
Yeah,
6,
this whole week.
7. 7 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I saw an opportunity here. This is a good team in the Pistons, but
Yeah.
Lakers are on this road trip. They keep pulling these wins out of their ass, but they're hot too, so I don't know. Yeah, I just swerved on it.
Yeah, and I was in a great position because you guys picked 2, both first before I did,
Yep.
and I said, okay, well, I want to stay 4 games ahead of Skeets, so I'll pick the same team.
Damn.
Done and done.
Pick who you want, man. Don't look at me.
Nope.
Smart.
That's the advantage.
Yeah,
of
it is.
not
You get a
picking
lead
first.
in this. You're always good. That's you can try and play it. But we got 3 of us, so that makes it better. And now we have the rule that we all can't pick the same team, so there's that as well.
Yep.
One other loser I should have mentioned. We're losers for not mentioning Jonathan Kuminga playing against his old team, playing against Golden State for the first time, only had 2 points. You know,
Yeah.
you'd think he'd want to do some stuff.
They still won.
Do some stuff.
They still won, but there was a couple possessions where Kuminga was back to his old self.
Oh,
In
yeah,
that
yeah.
mid-range, I'm just going to do my thing
He
here.
wanted to have a good game against
did.
the Warriors for sure.
He did.
And then, Draymond had a pretty, did you see the crowd? The Hawks, I guess I should say, like the Hawks fan support section. They do the whole, they're pretty good at getting on the opposing team's players. They're vocal. They're mocking Draymond Green.
They're one of our most slanderous sixth men out there, I think.
Yes, they are.
In a good way.
Yeah, absolutely. And but Draymond had a pretty good response because he heard it. 'Cause that's the other thing. You can sort of hear it sometimes in Atlanta. And he did the whole, let me see how many championship banners you have up here.
Pointed to the banner.
Let me try and find. Let me try and count. Yeah, that's a pretty good response. What else you gotta do? Yell back.
It's like the ultimate scoreboard.
Yeah. So good on him.
No respect for Bob Pettit, though.
No, no,
He hung that 59 banner in St. Louis. They brought it with. That counts.
no. I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So that's tonight's Woolboy, tonight's Pick'em, and we will be back. Well, no, not we. You guys will be back tomorrow. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but much better than Skeets being here. Spencer Jones is joining you guys.
Hey.
Not here in the Classic Factory. Join us by way of technology, but Spencer Jones of the Nuggets. You guys got questions for Spencer?
Yeah, we'll ask him a few.
Okay.
We're not going to force him to just sit there in silence. We'll ask him some questions.
Let's just do the whole show with him just hanging out.
He just put up a great thing on LinkedIn. The one guy that posts on LinkedIn about like getting game winners hit in his face because he recently had 2, being on the opposite end of these photos and superstar players.
We'll
hitting
ask
big
him about
shots.
that.
Yeah.
And we'll ask him why LinkedIn is his go-to social media.
Absolutely. Yeah. I hope
I'm excited to watch and listen.
I hope he can read some of his LinkedIn posts to us while we're on air.
Okay.
Going to talk about that. Yeah. Maybe JD will throw in a little music bed behind him as he reads. like it's an audio book.
LinkedIn post.
Just
Don't
one
do
particular
that.
post. No, just one particular post. We'll get into it. We'll get into his shoe brand that he's a part of.
Oh, yes, the Indians.
There's lots to talk about.
And, of course, his team is a title contender
His
to many
guaranteed
still.
contract he just signed.
Okay.
His shooting form.
Spencer Jones on No Dunks tomorrow. I'll be watching. I'll be listening. Hopefully you will as well. Hit the like button, subscribe, 5-star ratings and reviews. Till then, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, Grayson Allen also not playing for the Phoenix Suns recently. You know, just got to mention that.
I said vet wings.
Okay.
Royce O'Neal too.
Vet wings.
I think he's not playing. Yeah. Did he play last night?
Grayson's
he
a
was
vet.
missing time. Oh yeah, Grayson. Both guys are. They're short guys.
Yeah.
Brace today, people.
Like not short in height.
No.
Well, how tall do you think Grayson Allen is?
6'6".
5.
Listed at 6'3". He's a short guy.
He's a short NBA guy for sure. Maybe that's why he's hurt.